First of all, just talk us through the first few months of the season from your perspective. How's it gone for you?
I think we had a tough start games-wise. I think we came through that okay. A few draws where we would have liked wins. But I think, we're maybe a quarter of the way through the season now. I think on balance we've done quite well, and if you'd have said 10th at this point, probably we would have taken it. I think we've shown signs of what we can do, especially at home. I think we're top of the form table at home, joint top. So that's a positive. I think we need to kind of pick up more points away from home. So that's something to work on. But hopefully we can start doing that starting tomorrow.
With your own form, have you been happy with that and how that's gone?
In spells, yeah. I think I'm always trying to improve and develop. So I think you've got to be your own worst critic at times. So yeah, there's times where I've looked on my performances and maybe I want to do better, but I think that's normal as a footballer, and we always want to get better, and that can only kind of help you improve. So
has your game changed a lot this season, given the differences in the way the manager's coaching the team from last year?
Yeah, I think especially at home, we've got quite an expansive style on the big pitch. So obviously you've got to kind of try and get up and down as a fullback. So that's something I've tried to bring into my game more. Like I say, I'm still trying to develop that and kind of get up and support whoever's playing in front of me more, and try and get more crosses in the box and start more attacks off, so we can kind of get on the front foot and dominate games.
How are you doing that? Are you watching videos of really good fullbacks that you know of in the game and listening to the manager?
Yeah, so the manager's been giving me little tips here and there, and for example, the other day I've looked through some clips of Andy Robertson, just showing like times where he drives with the ball, times where he gives it and moves, and kind of trying to pick up little things from him. I think if you watch the top players, you can only kind of take what they do and try and implement that into your game, because they're at the top for a reason.
Do you ever think to yourself at that point, I'd really like to be able to do that? Do you set yourself targets from what they do from you?
100%. You know, you always want to get better, and looking at them top players, you know, some of them are fantastic players, and you watch what they can do, and you think sometimes on TV, oh yeah, I can do that every week. Maybe it's not possible all the time, but I think if you can kind of take little bits of their game and try and put that into yours, then you can only get better.
Are you learning more from the Leon Leggs and the Nathan Smiths and the other more experienced players in the team about the side of the game that perhaps you don't know yet?
Yeah, obviously the experienced players kind of are always in your ear and kind of giving you little bits of advice, but I think it's more just it comes with time, just playing these games. You know, I've been really pleased to play every game so far, and the manager's put faith in me, so I'm really pleased with that, and you know, I'm just trying to take each game as it comes and improve one by one, really.
There isn't another kind of out-and-out left-back in the team. Is that something that you're conscious of, that you I won't say you know you're in the team every week, but when you're in that, you kind of know your first choice. Does that help you, or would you prefer competition?
I think neither, because as a player, you never expect to start, even if you've got competition or not. But I think, you know, even if I'm playing well or not playing well, I know that there's players that can cover, regardless of whether we've got like an out-and-out left-back as such. So it's about me kind of trying to give my all and keep my shirt regardless of what's behind me or not, I think.
Talk to us a bit about Jake Taylor, who's come out of the same academy system as you and slotted into the team. Do you know Jake much, and what's he like when people don't see him on the pitch?
Yeah, I played with Jake for a few years before this. You know, he's a good player. He's always shown good signs. Like you've seen, he can get on the ball and kind of dictate games, but he can also kind of put himself about a bit. I think as a lad, he's a really good lad. He's good to have around the place, and he's always messing about, and yeah, he's a good character to have around.
And did you have a little bit of a help in settling him in here when he came from Forest as well?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, that's his first loan move, so it's all new to him, and knowing me and coming in, I think it's helped him kind of slot in seamlessly and get to know the lads that way. I think as a young lad coming from an academy, obviously I've done it recently, so he's asking me for advice, and I'm trying to give him little tips where I can to help him out, and hopefully he can only improve and show what he can do going forward.
Against Macclesfield at the weekend, it's a game where you've already beaten them a few weeks ago as well. Does that play into the players' minds at all, knowing you've already been there this year, not too long ago, and already beaten them? Does that help at all?
I think mentally that helps us going into the game. They know that we've been there and beaten them recently, so they'll have that in the back of their minds and know that they're coming up against a tough side. Obviously the team might change quite a bit given that was a cup game, but I think even so, we're going to go into it confidently, and I think we've got a big away following going, so I think that's going to be a really good thing, and it might even feel like a home game there.
I was going to say, when you're a fullback, you're obviously closer to the pitch than some other players. What's that like, particularly in an away match when you've got that really, really strong following and you can hear them?
Yeah, it really helps. If you, especially at the start of the game, if you can quiet the home fans and get the fans on your side and really, really behind you, that can kind of stop our home side in their tracks and kind of put you on top. So I think that's only a good thing, and like I say, the more we can take to away games, the better. It only helps us.